You're listening to Polished Woman, only on LA Talk Radio.
Hi! Hello, Polished Women! Good afternoon once again. I'm wearing red. It's Valentine's Day.
And I'm wearing black.
I know. It's okay. She's happy though. Trust me, she's happy. She's going to have a good sex for Valentine's Day. Okay, our topic for today is, I love this, finding love and at 50. Oh my gosh. Yes. Finding the right person to be in a relationship with can be difficult. It's not always easy to know who to trust or who to make the necessary compromises or even when to walk away when things aren't going well. But we still look because everyone wants to be with someone, some kind of, a way. The question that I want you to all think about today is how long you'd wait to find the perfect mate. So, introducing today my special guest. I'm excited. I want to hear her, her story. I literally have learned only a little bit of her story, so I'm really excited. Today, I'm joined by the amazing Treva Brandon Scharf, a writer, dating coach, and fitness professional who was married at the age, for the first time at the age of 50, right?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, yes! I'm so happy. All right. First of all, thank you so much for coming to the show. And when I saw her, I'm like, oh my gosh, she has to be on the show right now, and I want to interview her. So I'm so happy because she also has her own show. So I'm happy. Treva, I'm sure that the question that's on every listener's right now in their mind is, why did you wait until you were 50 years old?
The first 40 years.
I love that. Yeah, because at 10 years old, you can't really date. So
I was not in a hurry.
Yeah.
So admittedly, I actually enjoyed being single.
Yeah.
I was dating and had a very full dating life. And
she was also a manizer, by the way.
I was a manizer. And proud manizer, unashamed, unapologetic. And I wasn't in a hurry. And then, I don't know, I turned 40.
Yeah.
And then 41, 42.
Yeah.
And then the clock went off. My biological clock went off. And that's when I started to think, okay, it's time. It's time now.
Yeah.
I got to settle down. I got to have kids. I've got to get married. Then from 40 to 50 is when the shit hit the fan. And that's when shit got real. That's when it got hard. That's when the search became very difficult because all the guys in my dating pool were just getting out of their marriages. So they were all around my age, if not maybe a little older, and getting divorced or separated, and did not want to get married again. So I found myself in this sort of hellhole of dating.
Yeah.
This sort of like purgatory where I met great guys, but I couldn't close the deal. I couldn't make it, it just was very frustrating. And then I turned 49, and then I thought I was in a relationship, and I thought this one's going all the way. I thought this is it, right before my 50th birthday. And it did not. And we broke up about 3 months before my 50th birthday.
Wow.
And then I went just into a total depression.
Yeah.
And then when I came out of my depression, I thought, what the hell? I'm going to be single forever, and I might as well make the best of it. So
you have the acceptance that, okay, I'm just going to be single forever.
Well, it took a while.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So it wasn't just like, oh, no problem, I'm going to be single. I mean, I really had to process. It was like grieving.
Yeah.
It was like something died.
Yeah.
And my dream died, my hope died.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to have kids. I wasn't going to get married. I was going to be an old maid or a spinster or, I don't know.
I know. I actually heard of that word spinster. I'm from the Philippines. I like, what is that?
And I kind of had to grieve that. So it took a few months. Okay. And then when I started to feel better, about 2-3 months after my breakup, I thought, okay, I'm feeling better. I think I'm going to throw myself a party, a 50th birthday party.
Wow.
Because I thought, well, I'm never going to have a wedding. So this is going to be the wedding I'm never going to have. So I invited a ton of people and half of Facebook.
That's amazing. Yeah.
And
wait, what do you mean half of Facebook?
Half of Facebook. I
so
just
you just
invited
everyone?
I just went,
I love that.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Yeah.
You're in.
Yeah.
What the hell? Come on down to my big birthday 50th bash.
Okay, that's a good idea, you guys.
Right? So
yeah.
Instead of having a pity party, I had a party.
That is so good. Okay, before we go to your before we go to the guy, to the husband, husband now, I want to ask, because I'm sure a lot of women who are tuning in right now are just, okay, how many months do you have to wait? Like, for example, you're 40 years old. Do you have to wait for a year or two? Because I don't advise that. Like, no, if in 6 months you think there's no way that you're gonna get into like a serious relationship, then fuck that, But how many months did you wait for every relationship that you were into when you were 40?
Okay. So I will say 6 months into every relationship, it was over. Because at 6 months you go, okay, you have the talk, where's this going?
Yeah.
Where are we going? Is we going anywhere? Are we gonna, And then more often than not, no. Sorry, can't do that, not ready, haven't processed my divorce, or I'm not, whatever bullshit they gave me, I don't know.
Yeah.
But it always ended kind of at the 6 month point. And this one, so back to my non-pity party, my wedding, my karaoke
I love
wedding.
that. I love that. Oh my God, you had karaoke.
I had it at a karaoke bar.
Yeah.
So one of the guys I invited from Facebook, whom I had never met, I just thought, oh, you're cute. we went to the same school.
I love that.
We got some mutual friends. Why not? Come on, just go to my party. He showed up, and we went on a date the following week, like a real date. Yeah. And then 6 months later, he proposed.
Oh my gosh! Okay,
so that's what happens at 6 months. You're either SOL or you've got a ring on your finger.
Did you have sex right away?
We did
not.
No,
because you know what? It's a lot of people don't want to have sex when they're on their age.
You want my feelings on sex, my code, my ethics. All right. If you want something to last, if you really, really want something to last,
listen, ladies.
If you want to go the distance with someone, don't fuck them too soon. Okay, I'm just telling you right now. And if that means, like, for me, I think we waited 7-8 dates.
Oh wow!
Okay,
see,
because also not because I had any sort of hope or false expectations that this was going to lead to marriage. Mm-hmm. No, that wasn't why we waited. I waited because I wanted him to know me. I wanted him to know me and not before he got in my pants. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
Because once you start having sex with someone, it confuses things, and then it becomes sexual and it becomes something else.
Yes.
So I wanted him to know this.
Yeah.
And then once he knew this, then he could know that.
Yeah, he could know not the vagina, heart first.
You don't get to a woman. What did they say through the stomach? You get to a man through something through his stomach. What is that old saying?
Pull it up, Max. Try it.
The way to a man's heart is through his stomach.
Yeah.
Okay, the way to a woman's heart is not through her vagina.
That is amazing. Oh my gosh. See, listen.
That quote originated in 1899, by the way.
No.
Okay, see? That's about
by
how old
whom?
I am.
Wow. No, that's amazing. I mean, I'm so glad, because I always say that I had 2 guests, remember? I had 2 single ladies, and I think they were like, when I said don't have sex first, I think they kept quiet, and they're like, I don't agree with that. No, but it's for real.
I like to say that I'm a wild chick, but I'm really old-fashioned. And I've had a lot of sex in my day. That's what you do for 50 years.
Yeah.
But I've learned, you can't. There's a time and place to be wild. You have all the time in the world to be wild. Be a lady.
I know.
You want to be a polished woman?
Exactly.
Okay.
I actually tell my kids. Well, I have a 15-year-old. I would always advise her, you wait until you want to get married. And I was like, Mom, that's a long time from now. I'm like, no, just wait. Make him wait. But of course, it's impossible nowadays. But see, coming from her, she found the love of her life. At 50, she made him wait, and He proposed.
Oh, I should also mention,
Yeah.
if somebody pressures you
Yeah.
and makes you feel like I've got to give it up, I have to, meet his need, fulfill this guy's needs in order to have a relationship. He's not your guy. He's not your guy.
Yes.
Don't ever let yourself get hurried or rushed or pressured into doing something you're not comfortable with.
I was going to ask you this.
If you have the vagina, if you have the pussy, you have the power.
Yeah!
Pussy has the power.
Yeah. And this is precious cargo. So wait. So if you weren't so I want to ask you about this because you were talking about that. If you think that you are not pressured because you said, okay, I just want to be single. I just want to enjoy, life being single now. You forgot about going, having a relationship. Do you advise women? How do you make them feel that you're not trying to force them into having a relationship or having, like going into marriage? How do you deal with that? Because I think men are scared of that, right? If they know, they kind of like, oh my God, this girl wants to have
no. Desperation is a bad look.
Yeah, they know that.
It really is bad, and it reeks.
So did your husband now like felt that you were trying to be, like you wanted to be in a marriage, or you never like?
No, because I'd given up. You see.
Yeah. So that's why that's good,
I gave
right?
up. I thought I'm going to be single forever, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
And the minute I became okay with that,
that's when, oh my gosh, that's crazy. And by the way, her husband is single as well at age 57.
Right.
And remember what I wrote in my book, and I always talk about it, that when they're 40 and they're still single, it's going to be hard for you guys. I don't know, there's always something going on if they're 40 and they're still single, but somehow other men cannot just find the right person as well. Were there like adjustment between the two of you?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And by the way, I asked him a million times, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? There's got to be something wrong. Why are you single at 57 years old? No, there's nothing
What did
wrong.
he say?
No, he just hadn't met the one. He just hadn't met the right person. And I believe that because I hadn't met the right person.
Yeah.
And all the guys that came before him, even though I thought they were the right person, they're not the right person because there is no right time, right person.
Yeah.
It's right person. Okay?
Yeah.
So when he appears, he appears. And it could happen at 50, 40, 30, 22. It happens when it happens.
Oh my God, that's so funny. So now that you're married, you guys have a show now, right?
Yes.
They wanna, of course. If
now that we're married, here's what I can tell you about getting married or just finding love later in life.
Yeah.
There are for sure challenges.
Yes.
I mean, it's not like you're both 25 years old and just starting out and learning about the world together. No, you have had a life.
Yeah.
You've
hard.
Like
you're focused on yourself for like 50 years, and
you
now
have your thing down,
right? Yeah.
You've got your habits and your ways and your system, and then you get together with someone who also has their thing for 50 plus years, and sometimes it can be like a little, especially when you're as an independent Aquarius. Hello.
Yeah, I know. We're so that's so true.
An independent Aquarius over here, doesn't like to be controlled.
Exactly.
Doesn't like to be told what to do.
Yeah, I still want to do something. I can't just be home.
Does not like to be contained.
Yeah. I know.
So there are interesting moments at this age, getting married for the first time. And I should also mention, I'm an only child. So that is a super freaky, crazy experience. So I've had nothing, like no sisters, brothers. So this, like, I am so old. I don't know. It's not old fashioned, but backwards.
Yeah.
I haven't even lived with a guy. I haven't even cohabitated with a guy before this moment.
Do you cook?
I do. I cook.
Yeah, because when you're single, you don't really want to cook.
No, I cook and I clean, and I'm really good like that. I had it in me the whole time. I had no idea. My inner wife goddess came out.
That's so good. So
my domestic goddess came out.
So a while ago, before we started the show, she told me that one thing good about their marriage is they don't have any baggage because she never was married, he was never married, and there's no kids involved or any like family, involved as well.
Well, I wouldn't say that there's no family. We've got aging parents, which are kind of like our teenagers. They're sort of, they're a handful.
Yeah.
They are a handful. They're all in their 80s and 90s now. And God bless them. They're alive and well, but it's it gets tough with aging loved ones. Yeah. Very tough. Yeah. So those are sort of
your kids. Yeah, your kids. Do you have like plans of adopting a child or something because you just want to enjoy yourself?
If I was 10 years, 15 years younger, I'd say yes. Yes. That's another thing. It just
did he ever
it was
like
meant to be. It
did you ever like talk about it
with him?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I hit menopause the minute I said I do.
Yeah.
Yes, I do, and then boom, I got sweaty and bitchy.
That is so funny. How did you navigate things like family events or weddings or even baby showers for all the years that you were single? That's like, right?
Yeah. You've got to have a sturdy set of balls.
Yeah.
And you've got to have a good, strong armor.
Yeah.
And you have to have this force field around you of confidence.
Yeah.
That nobody can fuck with you. And you've got to
amazing.
be able to, because people will talk and they'll whisper.
Yeah.
And they'll go,
that's, I know. Isn't that
and
crazy?
You better be able to deflect all that
Yeah.
stuff because it will get to you if you don't.
If you don't, right?
So, and even if it does get to you, which you can't help after so many years of being single, you get very self-conscious. You don't show it. Don't show it.
That's so good. That's so good. You're just like, I'm happy I'm single. How about you?
You just have to be like super comfortable in your skin.
Yeah, because a lot of women out there are, they're in, in marriages and relationship, but they're miserable. Right?
Yes.
So if you're single and you're happy,
I would rather, as the old saying goes,
you'd
rather be alone than be with someone and wish you were alone. So remember that. Also, I'd like to add that weddings. What else did you say? Showers,
parties, baby showers,
gatherings,
family
of all
gatherings,
sorts. Great opportunities to meet guys.
Really?
So you should always go. Don't ever not having a +1 or a date stop you. Always go.
What do you think is the best place or event where you can really find? Throw your own. Throw your own Facebook party. Oh my gosh, I love that. I love her idea.
Oh God, any kind of company parties, work-related events, networking events, other weddings. Great place. Weddings are great places to meet.
So you believe that do not ever get serious with someone who you met in a bar?
I never said that. Oh, in a bar?
Yeah.
Or I thought you were saying in the workplace.
Yeah.
I've done that too. Don't shit where you eat.
Right?
You can meet men at the dry cleaners, at the gas station, at the market.
Yeah.
Okay? They're everywhere. Men are everywhere. Just put lipstick on before you leave the house. Don't ever look like shit.
Because you'll never know, right? You'll never know. Do you have any advice for listeners who may be dealing with the same similar, situation in their own lives? Because I'm sure a lot of them, even if you're divorced, like a lot of women who are divorced nowadays, they just, I don't know, they go from one divorce to another relationship like that fast. And I don't understand that. Do you have any advice?
Yeah, because people don't want to be alone.
Yeah, they're so codependent.
They don't
this is
want
like
to,
so
they
me.
Yeah. They can't handle being alone. That's a problem.
Yeah.
That will get you into some bad situations if you can't be alone with yourself.
So you're saying and advising the listeners that, you know what, enjoy yourself, love yourself, enjoy being single.
Yes, because you don't know how long it's going to last, and it could be forever. And so what? Just be the happiest single person you can be, and try not to keep score, and try not to look at the time, and try not to compare yourself to other people and your friends. When your time is, it will be your time. It just love happens like that.
Yeah, we have a question here, and where is that? It's a Twitter question from, what do you tell women who are sitting at home right now and feeling they will never get married?
You may not ever get married, okay? I do have the secret. I know the secret, and the secret is there is no secret, okay?
Yeah.
So there's no magic bullet.
Mm-hmm.
There's no secret sauce.
Yeah.
My advice is to get this is going to sound as trite and empty and non-satisfying as anything, but I'm sorry, I'm not one of those dating coaches that gives you a line of shit, you know. Okay. I'm never going to sell you. I'm never going to do that. Yeah. The truth is, I had to wait 50 years, okay? I had to get comfortable with that. I had to get accepting. I had to get my head around that and embrace that. And in the meantime, while I never gave up hope, really, because I thought, well, maybe he's out there, but maybe he's not. And in the meantime, fuck it, man. I'm not going to waste time. I'm going to look good. I'm going to feel good. I'm going to have lots of friends and activities and get involved, and no time will have been wasted because I've been working the whole time on myself. So to women out there sitting at home watching this and wanting some kind of some hope or some I don't know, encouragement of some kind, just keep working on you, okay? Not that you need work. It's not like that. Yeah. Make your life as full and active and fun and
so
full,
true.
and find something to love outside of your relationship and love life.
Yes.
That is key.
Yeah.
That is key. Because then you won't realize what you're missing.
That is amazing.
Get involved.
Yeah.
Volunteer.
Yeah, volunteer and whatever.
Learn some skills. Take up some hobbies. Stop. If you're home watching this and you're on the couch feeling like shit and feeling sorry for yourself,
get out.
You have no excuses, man. Get up. Get up and get out. And that's the best advice I can give, because it's and it won't cost you anything. You know what I mean?
And then don't expect that the guy will come, right? I mean, just like with her, she already, she's done. I'm gonna be single. She accepted that, but all of a sudden, I think guys just saw that in them. That like I want to be with her. So now going to what is the attitude or the character or anything that your husband, I think, loved in you that he just decided to marry you? Did he ever tell you, like, why? Like, all of a sudden, what? You're proposing to me? Like, what was it that he loved about you that made him marry you?
That is such a good question. I wish he was here to answer that.
Yeah. You have to ask him. Yeah, sure.
I think...
did he say something?
Well, I remember when he asked me, I didn't believe him. I kept saying, shut up. Shut the fuck up. What? You want to what? Will you marry me? Get out of here. He said, no, will you marry me? And I said, I was so, like I told you, the 6-month thing, that 6-month mark had freaked me out so much. I had trauma. I had like post-PTSD from being at the 6-month point. He actually had asked me to move in with him. Wow. That's where the whole conversation started. It was, hey, because he was living in downtown LA and I was living in Beverly Hills, and there was a big commute.
Yeah.
And he said, why don't we move in together so we can save rent, right? I said, wow, I'm so flattered, but no, because I don't want to give up my, see, this is what I'm saying. I had worked so hard to be a happy single person. Yeah. Oh, that's another thing.
And you're independent.
Here's another one of this is my motto. The happier you are as a single person, the sooner you won't be single. Okay? Get what I'm saying here?
Okay, that's so good.
You get what I'm saying here?
Say it again.
The happier you are as a single person, the sooner you won't be single.
See?
Okay? So that's what I mean by get fucking happy with yourself, because happiness is attractive. Okay, so the answer to your question,
it attracts the guy.
It's attractive.
Yeah.
It energy, good. Positive energy tends to attract and magnetize.
Yeah.
Okay. So the answer to your question, I'm sure he was attracted to my self-reliance, my independent Aquarian nature.
Yeah.
He's a Gemini, by the way, so there was like a good mix there.
Shoot, you know what? Gemini and Aquarius, they always get along.
Yes. So I'm also awesome in the sack.
Yeah, of course.
That probably helped.
Always.
You know, we had a good time. We just would have fun, and I think a lot. And then so when he asked me to marry him, I wouldn't believe him. And then he said to me, "I don't want you to." And I had never been asked. There's a lot of firsts for me with this whole thing. Okay, I had never been proposed to.
No.
Yes.
Oh my God.
So I
that
was
is amazing.
fucking like, you are what? I could not believe it.
Aww. This is so romantic.
So part of it was just me having never heard those words before.
Yeah.
And he said, I don't want you to spend one more minute thinking that I don't want to spend the rest of my life with you.
Wow.
And I was sold. And I said, dude, I am in. Let's do this, man.
Let's do this. Oh my God, that is so touching. I'm so touched. Okay, so ladies, there is always hope. And as she said, be confident about yourself and say, okay, I'm going to love myself, take care of myself, and, and really enjoy myself. And the guys will, see that, right? So, so how did you guys start this TV show, this radio show?
The podcast.
Yeah, the podcast. Because you feel like, oh my God, our story, we can share.
I know. Okay, so super quick, I have a blog called The Late Blooming Bride, and I'm sort of out there and known in the midlife dating space. Okay. So it's not too hard to find me. I'm kind of Googleable. Yeah. So someone must have found me from Voice America, an executive producer over there, and contacted me, asked me if I wanted my own show, like a dating advice show. Yeah. And I said, oh, thank you so much. I'd love to, but can I bring my husband?
Yeah.
So
that's
because
amazing.
he's a late bloomer too, and between the two of us, as I was telling Max, we have a ton of information and knowledge and wisdom, and so we have this show called Done Being Single. So go to donebeingsingle.com and get all of your dating needs met, tools and skills and tricks and all kinds of information, and we have it all.
You know what? Watch her show because it will help. It's good to have a woman and a man's perspective because they're very different. Right, so I think that's a good show. And before I end this show, I want to say she's also a trainer and
fitness professional.
Like, gosh, and she also has a book, right?
It's coming out. I just finished my first draft. It's tentatively called Confessions of a Late Blooming Bride.
Oh, that's so cute.
First time bride at 50 dishes the dirt on being single, dating, and finding love later in life.
Oh, that's so cute. Oh my gosh.
And it's juicy.
It's juicy.
It's juicy. It's got everything that is not in my blog or on the show. You're going to have to buy it.
That is amazing. Okay, is there anything else you want to share to our listeners before we end the show? I love her story. I want all of you guys to really, take this home. And that's what she said. After this, get out and, be happy and do something, right?
Yes. Stop complaining. Like I said, stop complaining. Stop watching the clock and comparing yourself. And you got to just live your own life on your own terms. And don't, in terms of people are going to judge you and people are going to wonder and they're going to ask questions maybe. And your job is to be as elegant and lovely and gracious. And confident as possible, even if you're not feeling it inside, just show it. And when you think it, you become it.
Okay, one more. Okay, because it's Valentine's Day, what do you advise women who are single out there and who does not have a date? Because for so many years you have been single.
Oh my God! First of all, it's just another night, so
it's
true. It's just like New Year's. Who fucking cares, man? It's just another night. Secondly, you don't need a date. Go out with your girlfriends.
Yes.
Go out. Do not sit home. You have no excuses. Go out with your girlfriends or volunteer or do something that is going to make you feel good and loved and wanted and appreciated so that you're not self-loathing and self-pitying.
All right. Thank you so much, Treva. Oh, thank you so much. That is so good information. Oh my gosh. Okay. Advice for today. Whether you decide to get married at 25 or choose to wait later, make sure that you're choosing a partner that's a good fit for you. Take your time and don't rush. You will feel it in your gut if it's the right man for you. And once you are married, working on your relationship does not stop. Remember that sexual desire is only about 3 years. After that, I just told my son this. It's only 3 years. The sex after that, it gets deeper into a relationship. That's when the real love comes, and it's because of the depth of your love for each other. It's beyond just a relationship or a marriage. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Tip for the day: do not ever say you'll never find love or find love at all. We were all created by our Creator to have a partner in life, so you will have a partner. Trust me, you will have. You will find someone, but it can be. I don't know where you'll find him, but you will.
Cheers to that. Thank you so much. Cheers.
And by the way, don't forget to give love to any whoever you meet after watching the show. It's Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's.
You're listening to Polished Woman, only on LA Talk Radio.